Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Tennessee Volunteers taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Tennessee's will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you're risking running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways. This guy is very dangerous.
He's looking to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The ball's racing to the line in the hurry-up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Trying play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boots, his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Horned Frogs opt. We take a look at our impact players for this game. David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! They grab the early lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The play action fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. It'll be a draw. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack them.
And he's running in the open. Big play for this offense as they... He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Finds his man down the middle. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Vols want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Volunteers decide to punt it away. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, TCU! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Offense gets set for second down. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Let's go. They'll run the option. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going to take a shot at this DB. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and gone.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And on second down for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Vols send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, TCU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? A 3rd down try for the offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Ball lofted, that's up for grabs, and it's intercepted.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide and making the big interception.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give on the inside. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense there. Expecting run on that play, making the tackle, and now giving yourself a chance to get off the field.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's out past the 35. He's loose on the right. Running inside the 20. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 30, the 10, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Horned Frog.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lewis. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Tennessee, 7.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
1st and 10.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Gonna let it fly. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. The pitch. Spins away. Oh, the pirouette. He's got room. He's up to 94 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And the route is on. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The give out of the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Field goal is good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Round at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why?
Running toward the tape. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Horned Frog. And the punishment has been extended.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 6 over Iowa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. A 3rd and long coming up here. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
A shot toward the end zone. Pulls it in. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. As they come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. The lone back's got it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll run this play from the pistol. Running to the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Quick release by the QB. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
Got him downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Horned Frogs will try to punch it in on first and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to pass, it's De La Rosa. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the option. He'll pitch it.
Man, those hurt for a defense because you got him in third and long, right where you want him. You're thinking pass, pass, pass. They sneak the run in there. Now they got a fourth and short situation. First thing, I'm always watching the football. Now getting ready for the run game, the short passing game, the play action game.
Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, TCU! And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Still looking on the move. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
The Vols are flying down the field. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Volunteers will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt.
Returner brings it out to 32. And your TCU Horned Frogs will take over.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week, and the film.
The expressway is wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Might be looking to run. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box, so he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Has commenced. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the Tennessee offense will take over.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw. Team. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. The snap sets up the throw. Quarterback adapting. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. After making his first field goal, he'll try to put up another with a shorty from 26. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Dropping back, it's De La Rosa. Got a man. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He spins that thing down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start.
Ball in the air, intercepted!
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception.
He caught it! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it.
Picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here comes the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, TCU! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his